will go into Trust ByuN, game number 1. And ByuN, oh man, is he going to be doing a cheeky proxy here? I think he is. He's the blue Terran player to the bottom left-hand side of the map here on Overgrowth. And he is going up against the red Protoss player to the upper right-hand side, dropping down a gateway to begin with. It is Trust. This is Barracks from ByuN dropping down over here. This is kind of crazy. Just ByuN going proxy right from the get-go. And look at this. It's going to be scouted. Oh, I was going to say, look at this. It's going to be just out of position for that probe to see. But it's actually not. So that's different. I mean, it's ByuN. You wouldn't expect that to be a mistake he usually makes. I mean, I guess the idea is he's going to be able to try and get that SCV behind this position over here. He's actually just going to lose the SCV, though. And you can see already he's going to have to change his plan. Start to barracks at home instead. And I think he realizes that this is not something which is going to work out for him. So, ByuN already in a bit of a tough spot. This is not where he wants to be at this point. Wow. Well, that sort of sucks. That sort of sucks. So this is a little bit of a tough position from the get-go. Now, obviously, Trust seeing this, he's going to realize that ByuN's trying to be aggressive. So he's already setting up into the cybernetics core. And he's building into basically a one base like opening. Now he's not necessarily going to stick on one base. He's just playing safely initially. He's actually going to proxy a pylon though. So proxying a pylon down towards the bottom left hand side. And I guess we'll see a Stargate most likely coming down. I mean, a Stargate would work. A Robo could work as well and just burst through. It's not really the best positions for a Robo. Most likely a Stargate here. Just because of the idea that, hey, if the barracks is delayed, the factory is delayed, any sort of anti-air is going to be delayed, so proxy Stargate could work out very nicely, especially if you're also going to be applying pressure at the front. Barracks going to build a reactor here early, factory is on the way. First Zealot moving forwards, and the probe as well. There's no units out just yet. I imagine ByuN will just try and go into a Cyclone here very early on when he gets this rolling. I'm just going to be seeing this probe and Zealot moving up this ramp, just looking to see what he can get up to. SCV starting to repair this supply depot at the front. Another supply depot down to this side, also taking a little bit of damage. Cyclone starting to build. So as that Cyclone starts to build on up here, Zealot Probe going to go to the other side. And just continue to be a nuisance. Here comes the Mothership Core and Adept as well. The first Oracle will start in production here in a moment too. And ByuN is going to have to make one heck of a defense out of this because it's not a pretty position to play from. Adept trying to come in, that's going to help a lot. As the Marines trying to fight, they have to stay out of range for the overcharge, which they're actually going to be able to do quite easily. I mean, the first depot already going down. Marines going forward once again for them now with the Zealot and with the Cyclone as well. They can shut this attack on the ground down pretty quickly. But do they, again, does he have enough anti-air? The Oracle is coming up here. And we've seen the Cyclone moving a little bit further forwards. These Marines have to be careful. They're going to be a big part of the anti-air. It looks as though Trust is going to go in with everything at the same time, diving in towards the main base. One Adept goes down already. Zealot and the next Adept will go down too. Here comes the Oracle to try and help out. The Marines will start target firing. The Cyclone is locked on. So the Cyclone will be able to pick this off. He should get the kill, and he is going to get the kill. Oracle will go down. ByuN is going to make the defense with the repair on the Cyclone. Last Adept going down as well. And now the Mothership Core going to be caught here as well. There's going to be seeing another Adept moving in, but two more Marines popping out. And he will hold on for now. He does drop another Oracle here, so the Oracle will come in very shortly. And that's going to be another Oracle to try and be annoying once again. However, there's going to be a similar set of units up ready to go. In fact, this time 2 Cyclones, 4 Marines once again. The next 2 just popping out. And this Oracle once again having to turn away. No damage being done here in the main base of ByuN. And Trust just, well, sorts up his Nexus back at home. Still a faster Nexus than what ByuN than Command Center that ByuN has, which is still currently non-existent. Locking onto this Mothership Core, does he have the vision to pick this off? Well, Mothership Core is going to be spotted by the Medevac. Does force it to recall, even though it probably would have gotten away. And, well, now ByuN is going to go into a counterattack. And with that, with that first Mothership Core recall coming down, we're going to be in a position already where kind of ByuN is in a nice spot to maybe counterattack. No energy on the Mothership Core for the overcharge. You see 2 Phoenix coming out though, and they actually lift up both of these Cyclones. Medevac goes down, and he's going to lose this pylon now. He loses the Medevac sort of sucks, but he does kill off the Oracle, kills off one of the Phoenix. He's going to stick around here, get rid of the Stargate as well, it seems. Liberator now coming out too, and ByuN, I wonder if it's too late for him to go across the map and attack. Probably not. He has he has 3 Cyclones, right? And Cyclones are pretty crazy good. So let's see what will happen? These couple of Cyclones on the way up towards the top right. This Liberator coming in as well. Will be sieging up very shortly towards the front of this base. The second pylon coming down already. And a few of these units just pulling back a little bit here. And so here we go. Cyclone's going to start moving forwards. The Liberator is sieging. And that Mothership Core trying to drop the overcharge on this forward pylon. This pylon getting overcharged right here. And again, Phoenix just going to sit up in the main base. Stalker's gathering together a couple of depths as well. I'm just going to be seeing these couple of Cyclones trying to move forwards here. You're going to see this first pylon going to be going down. I mean, there's 3 pylons here, but it doesn't matter how many pylons there are if you don't have the energy to overcharge any of them. This Liberator just keeps helping to hold this position so nicely as well. It just means that Trust can't really push forwards to really kind of engage into these units. Now a medevac comes in also, and Trust is going to lose his natural expansion. He can't hold this position. Probes are going to go down as they pull up the ramp. There's a single Cyclone being lifted as the Liberator will relocate. I mean, just going to sit on the ramp just to make sure units do not come down into this Nexus. And this Nexus is going to be cleaned up. So Nexus will die here. You're seeing the Phoenix still just sat up in the main. And here we go. Units going to move down this ramp. Going to turn and fight. Cyclones and Marines just continue to trade. Stalkers poking forwards, pulling back, going forwards and back again and again. But it means now one base against, well, still one base. Second base building for ByuN. So he had to do some damage with this. The Stalkers are going to drop down to the south side. You're going to see Cyclones trying to lock onto the Warp Prison. A little bit of damage done here. And as ByuN mostly just keeping his units together here on the natural expansion. Another pylon coming down here from Trust. Mothership Core moving forwards as well. Liberator, Cyclones, and Marines all looking to see what they can do. Coming up this ramp, and here we go. Pylon going down instantly. Force field drops, but doesn't really stop too many of these units. I mean, the Cyclones in the back that are trapped are still in range of a lot. I'm just going to be seeing pushing through. In fact, the Cyclones can even just move through. Another pylon going down. And well, Blink is on the way up for Trust, but still, ByuN just playing this safely, playing this nicely. Pulls back and just says, well, hey, if you can't break the position to get into your natural, you don't have a natural expansion, and that's great for me. Because if you don't have a natural, and I do, I'm generally ahead in this game. Let's see if he's starting to move down there into that position. I love the fact he's got turrets up as well. I'm building a turret in the natural just in case this one Phoenix becomes a nuisance, or there's DTs as a follow-up as well. I mean, what's he actually seen? He has seen just the robos, so he's just saying, well, just in case there's a Dark Shrine up, get those turrets up and make sure I can deflect these DTs or whatever. Probably not for the Phoenix. I don't think one Phoenix is really the true threat here, as I was initially intending to kind of say, and then I was like, wait a minute, Wardy, let's be realistic. Building a turret for one Phoenix? I don't think so. Going to see a big blink forwards here, and well, this is the problem with Stalkers. They sort of just die to Cyclones if they blink into them. That is just absolutely disgusting. Like, he didn't target the Cyclones as well as I thought, but the Cyclones were being microed nicely as well. Trust will just GG out. No way does he clean this up and then take an expansion. And then, I mean, we were casting what, like, we cast like 2 or 3 extra series from replays. It was so cool. That's what we need to do today. Get into some of these extra series, grab some of these replays, because the matches are just so sick. They are so worth watching. So cool. So yeah, that's something I need to set up. I need to get my laptop in here and plugged in, because otherwise it's it's just a waste. I mean, you could literally cast every single one of those round of 16 matches, and I bet like the majority of them would be very good series to watch. Crazy stuff. Guys, let's kick this off to the bottom right hand side of Echo for game number 2. It's going to be our Blue Terran player up 1 game, ByuN, here to the bottom right hand side. And to the upper left, the red Protoss player is going to be Trust. Again, the winner of this plays soon. We're very likely to just stay in this section of the bracket. The winner of this against Sue is a pretty sick match, I think, especially if it's going to be ByuN. So that would be really awesome to jump into. So yeah, I mean that's basically my dream right now, to jump into ByuN versus ByuN Sue. But first of all, we have to see if ByuN can take down Trust once again. 5 Wolgren 78 says some more money, and go ByuN, as he adds $5 extra to the Match Arena prize pool. Thank you very much, Wolgren78. Appreciate the $5 you added in there, as well as the coupon code. Again, guys, please do use up those coupon codes, !Matcher in the chat. The more you use up, the less I have to say it. We've got about 22 coupon codes left, which should be very easily should be used up very quickly, very easily here without really any problems. So get those coupon codes used, and appreciate it. Who's my favorite single SC2 player? That's such a hard question, Bob. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, over all time, maybe someone like MVP. It's so hard to say. I mean, I love so many players. That's the thing, right? Like, when you watch StarCraft so much, I think it's very hard to just have one player you cheer for. Who's like, why would one of these players be any more favorable to me than any of the others? I always cheer for ByuN, I guess. ByuN's someone who I always cheer for, but there's a few players I always cheer for, and there's a lot of matches which happen where I'm like, well, actually, it sucks that that one of them has to lose, because I don't care who wins. I'd love to see both of them in the next round, and I just don't have a preference. CC first out of ByuN on Echo. Trust scouts this, and his response is to go into a super fast third base, so a little bit of an amplified start to this game, where both will just go into crazy amounts of economy early on. First Adept will not actually commit. I mean, the first Marines are coming down here, so there's more Marines over there as well. That's where they were. And obviously, Adept doesn't have much vision anymore, so he doesn't know if the Marines were just staying out of range until the Adept committed, which would have been quite a smart play. Something like a god like ByuN might do. As you see, this Adept going to be popping up here, going to be looking to see what's going on. And these Marines still just sat around. And more Marines coming down to the low ground. So lots more Marines coming on up. Factory is going to be coming up to being about halfway done shortly as well. Engineering Bay is going to be finishing from ByuN also. So Engineering Bay finishes. And this third Nexus is going to be finishing in just a moment as well. So third Nexus also finishes right now. Stimpack just over halfway done from our Terran player here. +1 attack on the Engineering Bay starts as well. So for ByuN, I mean, it's pretty much exactly what you would expect. Fairly free racks going into the tech lab, the double reactor, starts up an Engineering Bay, a factory at the same time. Very, very standard way to play basically a free racks based opening in the TvP. Now, we see the trifecta of Protoss mid-game tech structures coming in, the Robo, Twilight, and Forge. And this is what you need in the mid-game PvT to be able to set up into basically any composition. Like, everything comes in on this composition, like Observer on the way out, +1 on the way. You need this, set of units for any composition. Like, you either go Charge or you go Blink or Glaives. All those are important, so you need a Twilight, and then you generally need Immortals or a way to go into the Robo Bay for Colossus or Disruptors. So you need the Robo, and obviously you need the Forge to keep up with upgrades as well. So, very standard set of tech structures here, all coming down the natural. Obviously all a little bit later than usual. We don't usually see all of those building at the same time unless it's from a Stargate opening. But because this was a fast third Nexus, obviously there was a little bit of a difference here in this one. So that Blink's starting to be Corona boosted out right now. Observer popping out shortly as well. And a couple of medevacs on the way from ByuN. So nothing too crazy going on here, as we're going to be seeing these Marines all just gathering up together in the main base. Thank you very much, Mjolky, for the 19-month resub. Says, Aight, Mjolky, what's up? Can we get some love in the chat for Mjolky in the 19 months? And also for Super Duper Nils with the 9-month resub. Dude, I can't believe you resubbed 9 months ago, because I actually sort of remember when you subscribed. Thank you very much. It says Tasia, I suppose, talking about our favourite players of all time. Tasia was probably one of mine. One of those guys that I would put on the list. I would have to make a list if I had to make a list. But if I had to pick, I'd have to make a list. And Tasia would be on the list. Anyways, drop coming into the natural at the same time. Marines are going to stim in towards the third, and it's some classic ByuN multitasking here. Just try and do damage against Trust early. He's just going to lift up at the natural, and he's just going to keep on pushing to the third, where actually the Mothership Core is. So forces an overcharge there. And do these Marines get away? I think maybe if he stims, yeah. So he's going to get away with these. And he's actually going to turn around. He takes down a sentry with Guardian Shield popped. So popping down a sentry there, that's always a nice little pickup if you can get rid of it. And Adept going down to the side also. And we're going to be seeing a couple more medevacs loading up. ByuN continuing to be aggressive right now. What I find kind of funny is the fact that ByuN has so many units, he doesn't actually have enough medevacs to fit them all in. So you can't just ship 2 medevacs at a time across the map. He has to run across the map with some units as well still. And that's just because he is on the free racks. And 2 medevacs at a time doesn't quite sustain that, as we're going to be seeing. Well, ByuN flies forward, saves just that one Marine. Big blink forwards from the Stalkers, getting a shot off onto the medevacs. With that blink used, he's going to turn to fight. A couple of Stalkers starting to go down. ByuN, I think, will need the rest of his units. Another blink forwards gets the medevac, but now the rest of the bio is here. Barrier popped on the Immortal, and looks as though ByuN is not intrigued in continuing to fight. He's going to be seeing these units coming forwards once again. Another stim. Sentry gets taken down. Going to see Immortals being targeted down as well. They are also going to be falling here. So Immortals going down once more. And honestly, ByuN just may break this position right away as he keeps moving forwards. I mean, Stalkers are dropping. They're starting to blink backwards one at a time. I mean, the Mothership core was over at the third base, and I guess that's still where it is because there's no overcharge here just yet. Probes get pulled in, 4 or 5 going down. But every single Stalker will die in this game. And that is going to put ByuN into a great position. Reinforcements pick off the Mothership core. It only gets a chance to drop one single overcharge. And that is not too great either, as ByuN is in a position now where he is just so far ahead. Widowmine at the front does get taken down. Another medevac shot down as well. ByuN will now just focus towards the third base where he can use a Widowmine on the high ground to help position himself. I mean, probes are already going to be falling here. And Trust is just going to be losing out on so much. I mean, when you hit ByuN early in the competition like this, I mean, it sort of sucks because ByuN's just so good. GG. ByuN takes the fast 2-0 to advance on through into the next round of the competition.